It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
America, it's time to be honest. Racism is not the problem. Ghetto culture is. Recently, we're seeing an epidemic of extremely ghetto people being in charge of government offices. Case in point, Tiffany Henyard. That woman is so ghetto that she can barely make coherent sentences to her constituents, even while being broadcasted live on TV. And she knows she's being broadcasted live on TV. If Black America and the state of Illinois thinks that this is what we call Black excellence, we have a problem. And it's ghetto culture. Another issue that's happening is a bunch of ghetto Black men have been running around attacking white women. And everybody's trying to brush it under the rug and act like it's, oh, don't say that, it's racist. No, let's be honest. Ghetto culture promotes violence against women, so it's no shock that it's a bunch of Black men running around attacking women. It's so funny to me that Black men are so upset that all of these women in our community are dating other races. It's time for you guys to realize that you've literally forced your women out. You forced them to find other races. While gangbangers are literally destroying the community and making the whole world unsafe, you're sitting online blaming the women because they're choosing better, safer partners. Should it be any shock to you that women don't want to create families with people doing gang activities? Why is that not dawning on anybody? It's been 0 days since there's been any nonsense going on in America. 2 students were just awarded $1 million after they were falsely accused of wearing blackface and then kicked out of a California Catholic school. Let's get right to the point. It's time that America move on from blackface, and I mean being offended by it. That is the equivalent of somebody calling you a poo-poo head. It's not a real issue. It's not actual government corruption or oppression. It's also very hypocritical of Democrats and people on the left to tell everybody to focus on the real issues, to focus on the quote-unquote genocide happening in Israel. Well, how about you focus on American issues that are happening right now and stop freaking out about stuff like blackface that doesn't actually affect Black Americans in a real way in a modern world. One day you might not be able to afford your Wi-Fi if you keep voting for Biden, and then you won't be able to complain about blackface. A retired Battle Creek police lieutenant and his wife are now dead following a murder-suicide in Florida on Friday. Detectives say 60-year-old Ray Felix approached his estranged wife Jamie Felix and their 2 sons as they were leaving a business. Ray then forced Jamie to drive him to West Palm Beach, Florida, while holding her at gunpoint and had his 17-year-old son follow them in a different car. Stopping in a motel parking lot, as Jamie tried to flee to safety, Ray then shot her multiple times. He then left her body with his 2 children, and when police caught up to him, he then turned the gun on himself and was later pronounced dead at the hospital. Unfortunately, I can't help but notice the races in this specific crime. Had it been a white man killing a Black woman in front of her 2 children, I think the mainstream media would be taking a different approach to these specific headlines.
What it do, everyday people, man? It's your boy PJ. Today we back with another lit video. We back in the confessional, and yes, we staying lit, big dog, man. Shout out to my everyday people who rock with me every day, and shout out to my homeboy Lucky Wizard Deals, man. He keeps it lit. Check out his YouTube channel. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to this video. Let me know what y'all think about this woman in the comment section, okay? We got Sharika Soul. Sharika Soul. Yes, Sharika Soul is a far right-wing commentator on some news source, and she does these videos on Twitter, TikTok, maybe Facebook. I don't know. I'm not looking for it everywhere. I just found her on Twitter, and recently she's been going at Black men, and one person specific that I've been talking about, Tiffany Henyard. And she talks about how Black men are violent, which could be true. She talks about how Black men are in gangs. That could be true. Talk about the Black women don't want to date a Black man because he's in a gang and he's lower value and they can find better outside of their race, which could also be true to whoever decides that it's true to. But listen, I'm not finna attack this woman for her opinion, because she could say a lot of things. I have been a violent person in my past, but you know those times are behind me. But I do understand there are like gangs, and why would you want to start a family with a gang member? And she says people are all on the internet talking about, oh, we can't get a good black woman because it is. We can't. Listen, I'm gonna put it like this: the black men that are on the internet are not out there gangbanging. First of all, that's first and foremost. They are looking for a specific black woman of value, which they feel themselves are of value. They're not gangbangers. That just means that every black man that she sees as a gang member. She doesn't see us as black men that are just normal citizens of America. Matter of fact, she's not even from American of this. Like, she's not an American. She flew here. She didn't grew here. Shout out to Tiffany Hanger. But to talk about the ghetto culture and it promotes violence, yes, it does. Guess what? Adults, we don't promote ghetto culture. Like, it's just in us. It's not like we, hey, I got some of this ghetto for sale. You want to buy something? Like, no. It's funny that black culture becomes something that we don't want it to be. You guys name it. Specifically, the white people. And this person right here, I don't know what to call her, but she doesn't even like, she's not even healthy in her own skin. She doesn't like black people. She's black. She doesn't like black women. You know what's funny? The funniest part about this, about her saying that she don't like black culture, I'm going to tell you what she called. This woman belongs to she's an ex-porn star. And you know what site she was on? Ghetto Gaggers. Ghetto Gaggers. Someone who is so much against ghetto-ness was a porn star being abused by white men. And they were saying some unruly things to her in her black skin and calling her a ghetto gagger. So, is she traumatized? Is she oppressed by her mess? Does she feel bad or resentful for the stuff that she put out there? Being called a ghetto gagger. I think this is just a cry for help. She needs to see a therapist because she is suffering from something that she put herself in, which she may have, went through some things in her early childhood. She also talks about her mom was also ghetto, having 3 kids by 3 different baby daddies by the age of 18, I believe.
Hi, my name is Annette Allen. I live here in Chicago, Illinois. Born and raised. But I'm really not here to talk about me. I'm here to talk about my daughter, Lady Soul. Yeah, I know. But anyway, I grew up here in Chicago. I had 3 beautiful children that I tried to save at a young age. I was a baby myself. I moved to Davenport, Iowa, running to my father to ask him to help me because I didn't want my kids to be raised in Chicago where it was bad at, where drugs and guns, and I wanted my kids to make it because I seen when I went down there as a young girl, it was fun, and people was living their life, and I didn't have to worry about no guns.
The first one at 16, okay, raised in a single parent home, being adopted out by a white family. Yes, the ghetto gagger. She's probably been abused and traumatized by her white family. And they've taught her about some things, that she went on to be a porn star. And then now this far right black supremacist, I don't know what you would call this. But, let's break down what she said about Miss Tiffany Hanger.
America, it's time to be honest. Racism is not the problem. Ghetto culture is. Recently, we're seeing an epidemic of extremely ghetto people being in charge of government offices.
Now, before we go too far, I want to go to this clip right here.
Talking about,
I think your fake eyelashes are messing up.
No, ain't nothing.
Hold on.
Listen.
Order.
Mr.
That's
Chairman,
beneath
would you
even
please
order.
regain the order of your committee?
Ms. Crockett.
I'm just curious, just to better understand your ruling. If someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body, that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
A what now?
Chairman, I make a motion to strike those words.
I don't think that's a
Hold
part of
I'm trying
it.
to find clarification on what quality.
Chairman, motion to
I
strike
had no
those
idea what you
words.
just said.
We're not gonna do this. Look, you guys earlier literally just.
You just voted to do
Y'all did it
it.
first, so you
You
don't
just
talk
voted to do it.
Order.
I'm trying to get
Okay.
clarification.
Look at.
What I'm talking about.
I think your fake eyelashes are messing up.
No, ain't.
Okay, see, that's a white lady indulging in ghetto culture. So I don't think ghetto should be associated with black. It should be it's associated with ignorance and just. I think ghetto came from like Europe somewhere. That's where it came from. White people. Not saying white people are ghetto, but that's what they called the orphans and stuff and the dilapidated areas in Europe. Ghetto didn't start here for this lady, which her name is what we would consider ghetto, Sharika. Okay, Sharika, the Miss Ghetto Popularity, Ghetto Gagger. For her to come on here and, you know, say all this ghetto stuff is black culture. No, it's not black culture. This didn't even come from black people. The black people wouldn't call it ghetto. The ghettos came, it was a European term, so whatever. It's an uncultured swine. She's overstepping her boundaries. Okay? Okay, just because you got some faux locks and big full lips, you know, doesn't make you represent the best part of black American. Like, instead of bashing black America, do something better for black Americans. Okay? Instead, you want to run to your white counterparts and try to make your kids as clear as possible. Unfortunately, when your kids leave the house, guess what they're going to be? Black men and black women, okay? And let's hope that your son doesn't turn into one of those black gangbangers that you so hate, okay? Because unfortunately, that's what you're about to have, is a black gangbanger. You're going to tell him, no, you're white, son. Don't tell anyone you're black. That doesn't make any sense. So, I mean, I guess if a man could call himself a woman, your son could call himself white. If he's part of that, he is that. We can be whatever we want, and then that's what you would call a liberal. Something that you also hate, okay? I mean, come on, girl. What is you doing? But I won't hold too much against you. Let's continue.
Case in point, Tiffany Henyard. That woman is so ghetto that she can barely make coherent sentences to her constituents.
Now that's it. That I get. That I agree with. I agree with. But because it's you, I don't like you. So I'm gonna defend Tiffany at this point. You know, listen. Some of us weren't raised in areas where we speak fluent, proper English. Okay, you got people in Atlanta, Florida, Oklahoma, Texas, Mississippi. Well, people in Mississippi, they the country boys, they country, but they talk pretty proper. Californians talk pretty proper. But in different areas, people say things like axe, alizations, and quarrel or squirrel meeting. People say things like that. When, you know, it's just about their dialect. Okay? That's how you have a white person in Florida. You call a white person in Florida on the phone, you might think it's a black person. You call a white person in Florida's just a different place. Okay? Florida's just a white person in New Orleans. You have no idea if you're talking to a white or a black person, because they country and they have this twang to their dialect that makes them unique. And it also brings their communities together, black and white. So all I'm saying is, stay off of Tiffany Henry. I don't like you. I don't care about Tiffany Henry, but you ain't gonna disrespect Tiffany Henry like that. Even though she can't talk.
Live on TV, and she knows she's being broadcasted live on TV. If Black America and the state of Illinois thinks that this is what we call Black excellence, we have a problem.
Now, let's discuss Black excellence. Black excellence comes in many forms, okay? Just because there's Black excellence doesn't mean that the Black excellence can't be like, you know, a little shaky at some point. Black excellence is someone who starts at the bottom and rises to the top of whatever it is. A first black woman mayor. That's excellence. She might not be the excellent one, but Black Americans came together enough to overcome some boundaries that have been set forth before us. Okay? Case in point. Do I look up to rappers? No. Have I ever looked up to rappers? No. I've looked up to ball players. Which, should we look up to ball players? Probably not. We should be looking up to doctors, Black excellence, lawyers, dentists, even your local garbage man who gets up and goes to work every day. Now, that's Black excellence because that man has a job and he's sustaining a lifestyle that doesn't perpetuate violence, selling drugs, any criminality. But what goes on at his home, we have no idea. He's still an individual. So if he's a doctor or if he's a garbage man, if he decides to shoot his wife, what do we know? We only see this man going to work every day. Okay? So then when we talk about Black excellence, let's get to this one. Let's get to this story. This man has a family, white wife, 2 kids, Michigan. Maybe I don't know where they're from, Michigan, but I'm just assuming from the Michigan shirts. So something happened. I think they said they was in Florida. I don't know. But something happens where they get in a domestic dispute. Before this happened, you would say this black man found him a white wife and is living happily. Why? Because he don't like black women. So should we attack him for not liking you? Because it's black women like you that black men don't like. It's not the black women that are doing lashes on a stripper pole, on working in a law firm, or black women that's has a regular job, regular 9 to 5. Black women that are managers or upper management of a Fortune 500 company. Those are the black women we all like. I'm talking about from the strippers on up to the managers and CEOs. We like them all. It's the ones that degrade us, to make us look bad, the ones we don't like. Okay? And then that's determined by the person. You as an individual can like who the hell you want to like. Whether you like black men, whether you like white men, whether you like black women, whether you like white women. You can like whoever you like, whoever you want to like. Just don't degrade another race while talking about who you like. Say, I prefer black men because of this. I prefer white men because of this. I prefer black women because of this. I prefer white women because of this. Don't say, I like white women because black women are lazy. I like white women because black women argue too much. That's where you mess up at. Just like who you like. You don't have to dislike somebody to make you like somebody else. That means you really don't even like white women. You just don't like black women. That's your own personal preference. But I think it's ignorant as a black man who has a black mother to say they don't like black women. My mother told me she don't like Charles Barkley. I was like, you don't like Charles Barkley? He said, yes. He said, black women have a smell. I said, do you have a black wife? She said, no. I was like, well, I guess so. I guess I can't like that nigga either, because he chooses to not like black women. He chooses to like white women because of his disdain for black women, or why he doesn't like black women. That's crazy. Just like who you like. You don't have to put down somebody to tell who you like. I don't like white women, or I only date black women because white people put raisins in their potato salads. I only like black women because white women don't understand us. That makes no damn sense at all. That what person is made for you is made for you. Okay? You might find a white woman who don't put raisins in her potato salad. You might find a white woman that was raised in a black culture that might understand you, or raised around black people. Don't mean that she's ghetto. It just means she's who she is, and she's comfortable with being that. So I don't like this woman, and I'm gonna just tell you what, if it was up to me, all her locks will fall out. But she's entitled to her opinion, just like I am, and I hope she gets the healing that she needs from her white man. Okay? The Ghetto Gagger. Everyday people, let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna holler at you later. Peace. What it do, everyday people, man? It's your boy PJ. Today we back with another lit video. We back in the confessional, and yes, we staying lit, big dog. And literally, we getting lit today, cause we got a package from Opulence Scents. There you go, Opulence Scents. Yes, we got us a care package. We got us a total of 3 candles, and we got some foam and bath wash. Now I'm gonna try this out tonight, okay? Because over here at the Everyday People, ain't nothing sweet but the Chardonnay, okay? But we're gonna take this foam and bath wash. We're gonna be sweet today. I wonder what I could use that on. Anyway, so we got the foam and body soap, and this is, I believe it's a Burberry flavor. Too bad I got allergies. But it's strong enough you can smell it through your allergies. That's crazy. Okay. Also, I have a candle. It says, "Pass me not, oh gentle Savior." Hit the Cashapp. Cashapp Everyday PJ. Okay. Also, this is the Burberry scent. Now, this does have specific directions, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna trim the wick to 1/4 inch, approximately 6 millimeters before lighting. Keep candle free of any foreign materials, including matches and wick trimmings. Burn only the candle on a level, fire-resistant surface. Do not burn the candle for more than 4 hours at a time. Okay, so we're gonna take the Pass Me Not. She named this specific scent after the communion. If you watch my lives, you know we do communion, and our song is "Pass Me Not, O Gentle Savior." Okay, and we do that so you can don't pass me up and hit that Cashapp. Okay, so I'm gonna trim this wick. I got my flick your bick. Oh, pass me not, oh gentle Savior. Hit the Cashapp. Hear my humble cry, while on others thou art calling. Do not pass me by. Hit the Cashapp. Make sure y'all hit the links down below in the description. We got Opulence Scents, where you can get your 3 wick candle or the single wick candle, and you could get your foam body bath scrubber stuff. Anyway, keep it lit, big dog. Peace.